Big Arnie's back to finish the job in the autumn in Terminator 2. And next tonight on BBC One, Richard Pryor is out of control and moving.
She was young and beautiful, the most beautiful woman in the world.
All you have to do is look after my wife.
It was my fault. I was to blame.
A tent inside a house. She never knew where.
I'll do anything.
We want Mrs. Absolent.
What would you do if you were offered money to betray me? You'll know when it happens.
Who are you?
I saved his life!
He does what I tell him.
A dark tale of obsession from Ruth Rendell. Gallowglass. Tomorrow, 9:05 on BBC One.
Are you involved with a charitable organisation? Every month, BBC Radio Ulster broadcasts an appeal for a different charity, and applications are now being taken for 1995. If you'd like to make an appeal for your charity, please write for an application form to the Appeals Office, BBC, Ormo Avenue, Belfast, BT2, 8HQ.
Richard Pryor and Beverly Todd are in for Rude Awakening now on BBC One. Look out, world, they're on the move.
And tomorrow night's film finds safecracker Robert Mitchum busted out of jail and not really enjoying the freedom of Thompson's last run at 15:00 tomorrow here on BBC One.
For the first word in entertainment, small talk. New at 7. For the last word, Simon.
If you want to know more about things that you don't know, watch me.
2.4 children on top of family business at 7:30.
Nice to see you, Bet.
He's getting better at that, isn't he?
Live at 8, it's your good fortune. Millions of pounds up for grabs if you can lay the right claim. After the news, Gallowglass, haunting memories of a kidnapping as a tangled web of greed and obsession rekindles the nightmare.
The only way now is by force.
The only one to watch, BBC One, Sunday.
Well, finally, this Saturday night on BBC One Northern Ireland, tonight's Inside Ulster News. The police are asking all key holders to return and check their premises after a firebomb was found in a Newton Abbey store tonight. It was found at Texas Home Care around 8 o'clock. And the Army are continuing to examine the suspect device at Dunn's store in Coleraine. 3 days ago, firebombs caused thousands of pounds worth of damage at 4 shops and a pub in Belfast. A security operation in the Great Victoria Street area of Belfast is over. The area had been cordoned off after a number of premises received bomb warnings. Nothing was found. The Taoiseach Albert Reynolds has urged all terrorist gangs to end the violence in Northern Ireland. He was speaking ahead of a special conference in Donegal later today, called by Sinn Féin to decide on its response to the Downing Street Declaration. The Sinn Féin President Gerry Adams has said the peace process is at a very important juncture. Speaking on the Inside Politics programme, Mr Adams said his intention was to move the situation forward towards demilitarisation. 2 firearms were recovered in Dromore, County Down this evening. The police say several people have been arrested in connection with the find. Holidaymakers travelling to the Mediterranean still face delays tonight because of the continuing air traffic controller strike in southern France. Staff at Belfast International Airport say some flights to Palma later tonight will also be delayed, but they're advising passengers to check in at scheduled times. And some flights arriving at Belfast International Airport from Palma and Faro will also be late. A Cookstown man has been charged with murder at the town's magistrates' court. John McGregor Greer is accused of killing Joseph Donaghy, who was found dead near Killymoon Golf Club a fortnight ago. The accused, who's 33 and from Killymoon Crescent, is also charged with having a shotgun and ammunition. He's denying the charges and was remanded in custody. Well, finally, the United States plans to begin parachuting food to thousands of Rwandan refugees in Zaire later today. Aid workers say the situation on the ground is worsening by the hour. Doctors estimate that about 7,000 people have died since the start of a cholera epidemic 4 days ago. The weather forecast now. By dawn, rain is likely over eastern parts, perhaps thundery in places. Showers will become more extensive before brighter weather spreads from the west. A high tomorrow of 19 Celsius. And that look at the weather forecast brings us to the end of local broadcasting today here on BBC1 Northern Ireland. I do hope you'll join us again at some stage tomorrow. For now, though, with the time, well, it's exactly 23 minutes past 1 o'clock. This is Jackie Godfrey wishing you, on behalf of those of us who are still here at Broadcasting House in Belfast, a very peaceful good night. Good night, and do sleep well.